Okay, sales class, I guess the main question is, why don't we ask for something? Why don't we know how to close? Why are we so afraid to ask for someone to buy something from us? And the main reason is we've all been burned. And we feel that asking for money might be too much. We feel it's a little awkward. So what salespeople do typically that I've seen is they wait until the customer says, you know, I'm ready to buy, or grabs the pen and the order form and starts filling it out themselves. That doesn't happen ever. Never. I've never seen a case where if you didn't ask somebody for the sale, or ask somebody for the appointment, or ask somebody to do something, that they just don't go ahead and do it. You need to learn how to ask. You need to learn how to close. And closing should be easy if you presented the product the right way. Closing should be easy if you are seen as an ally and a consultant and not a salesperson. Closing should be easy if you know how to handle objections. And we talked about objections before using the ACAC method: agree, confirm, answer, close. So at the end, where you've been on an appointment now 3 times, and you're selling, let's say, markers to a customer, and you got boxes of markers, maybe 1,000 of them that you're selling this business. And we get to the end and you've done a proposal and they've got to know you as a person in the community, and you've showed up on time and you look good, and you've listened, and it comes time to find out whether or not they're going to do this. You have to ask them. And if you Google, excuse me, if you Google ways to close, you'll see 150 different ways to close. I just want to go over 1 or 2 that worked for me. The first thing that I like to tell you about is the assumptive close. Assume that they're a customer. Assume that they are moving forward. So if I have a box of markers, let's say $100 worth in a big box, and that's all it takes to get them started is $100, I'm going to say something like this: Mr. Customer, would you like this box shipped to your home or to your business next week? And then I'm going to shut up. If they say home, the deal's done. If they say business, the deal is done. They didn't have to say, yes, I'll buy, Jeff, or okay, you won. I didn't have to say, will you buy, and wait for that no, or that put off, or that objection. I assumed by saying, do you want this delivered to your home or P.O. box? Would you like to get going with $100 worth or $300 worth of markers today? I'm giving them a choice. That's the alternative choice method. They'll give you an answer, and yes, sometimes it's, well, I'm not going to do it now. Well, then if they say that, you have to agree, confirm, answer, close, and try it again. You've gotten this far. You can't just close once. You have to close at least 4 or 5 times. Giving people an incentive, a percentage off, having it in writing for that box of markers. I could say something like this: Mr. Customer, we have that $50 off the $200 orders this week, and I have the coupon right here. You're going to end up doing this next week anyway, and then you're going to lose the discount. So I don't want you to do that. So would you like a box today, or do you want it shipped to your home address? Shut up. Silence is awkward. Silence is the only pressure that you need in sales today, because a lot of times customers will say things like, ship it to my house, just to break the silence. Giving them a choice, assuming that it's a sale, knowing that they could bring up another stall or objection happens, but you don't have to sell everybody. You'll get enough that grab the pen and say, to my house, or I want 2 boxes, that you'll get enough of those people that you'll be able to make a lot of money. The third close is simply ask them, Mr. Customer, I want you to try this. You know if you don't like it by next week, you can return this. I want you on the customer base. This is $100, $150 order. I would really like to have you try this for me. Try it. Shut up. If they like you and see you as not a salesperson, as Jeff Myers, as a friend, as a local a member of the community, as a customer of theirs, and they like you, people buy you. They don't buy the product or service. So you need to remember, closing is something that you have to do to make money. Closing is something that you have to do to help your customer. If you're selling something of value, product or service, and your customer is not pushed or asked a few times for the product, then you've done a disservice to them because you did not get them to try something that they will end up calling you saying, thank you, I'm glad you pushed me in at least trying this. You're not doing a service to the customer if you really believe in your product or your service. You're hurting your customer because they got away with you leaving without an order form and you didn't push them hard enough. Your job in sales is to push people hard enough to make a decision. And if they say, no, get out, I'm done, I'm not going to do it, that's fine. No problem. There's other people. So close, learn how to do it, practice, get the confidence, and this will become simple to do.